Well, it's clear from your DMs that I'm not the only one that experiences lack of empathy from other people on a regular basis. And I understand that a lot of people are going through a lot. I have an extreme understanding of that as somebody that's been through a lot and has dysthymia, which is 2 years of depression ongoing. But what's perplexing to me is that the people that have suffered the most are the ones that are almost expected to be the ones that carry the weight of other people. But those people are not willing to catch the sufferers when they need to fall. This feels like the most horrifying backstory for people that have been through trauma. It's like not only do you get the hardest trauma ever, you're gonna grow in emotional capacity that most people will never have. And that means you're gonna see the world differently. You're gonna be able to catch people when they fall, but you're constantly gonna fall on your back. And then people are gonna be like, just get over it. I've processed this a lot in therapy because I am constantly people's lighthouse, which I love being. But I will drown alone in the darkness and have people say, why don't you just get over it? And I've struggled to understand this as somebody that's been through so much trauma. And my therapist said that oftentimes when people have been through a lot, the people in their life get tired of it. They get exhausted by the things that are going on constantly in people's lives. And I've struggled with this too, because I'm like, it's not like I'm causing it. I've even asked her, like, am I doing something? Like, how has this happened so many times? Like, what is going on? And she's like, you just have been around many people who are unwell, essentially. So not only do I have that trauma, I also have the trauma of drowning alone because people get tired of the things that happen to me that are so horrifying that most people will never experience, but they want me to clap for them when something great happens in their life and hold them up when they're drowning. One thing I didn't know about going through so much healing and going through EMDR is that initially you don't feel healed, you actually feel rage. And underneath that rage is immense amount of grief from finding the parts of yourself that are actually in pain. And I thought when you start healing, you just feel healed. No. When you're healing, you actually just find the pain points, and it gives you an opportunity to sit with yourself and your younger self and your older self and help those areas heal. But in that healing, you also find the parts of yourself that allowed other people to neglect or abandon or reject or not hold space for your grief and not hold space for your joy. And those pain points are very much there. And a lot of people don't have the emotional intelligence to even recognize in themselves what their own needs are, much less recognize in other people what their needs are. And so when you start healing, you start building boundaries. And it's beautiful because that means that you can say yes to people that are able to have capacity for you and no for people that aren't.